go live. Let's see.
Okay, good.
And then,
Let's see if it works.
and then you know what? I'm gonna pull it up on my. Okay, I think
there it
we
goes.
are
There
live.
it goes. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in
Some
the house.
music. You know what? I
Yes.
meant like, well, today during our challenge, we had your girl Beyonce, right?
Oh, you had her on there. Wow. Yes.
So I run the
That's
world.
good.
So you know what? We probably should just like do a little bit of a jam just to kind of get.
Yeah. I mean, I actually have what's that called? The echo thing. If you want me to
Oh,
pull it
you
up, I
did?
could pull up Beyonce.
Oh, very
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right. I don't know why
Let me see.
I don't know why Apple is telling me that I must be signed into Apple, except that I was signed into Apple and always am, but for some reason, Apple is not letting me play
Not
my
letting you do
Beyonce. All right, guys, if you are joining us, let us know down below who is joining.
Let me see if I
Let
can.
us know if we are even on. I know there is a little bit of a delay, and just want to make sure that Facebook is even letting you know that we are going live, because Facebook has a habit of not telling people when we're going live, when we're streaming specifically from Zoom. So let me know down below who's coming in. Where are you popping in from? I'm so super excited for this live or for this call today with my girl Terrell.
That's
Uh,
right.
I
How you doing?
Yeah, I think this is so important. This topic is so important. Okay, Jamie's live. Okay, awesome. Jamie, give us some hearts. Boost the
Hi, Jamie.
algorithm for us. um, all right. So I don't, maybe we're not going to get the Beyonce to play, but that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, it's not working either.
We're going to dive in because I want to respect your time. But if you are watching with me live, go ahead and type live down below. If you are watching the replay, just hashtag replay for me. And if any questions come up during our call or even afterwards, right? Terrell will go back, I'll go back.
Yeah.
But if anything comes up during this live, just drop your comments, drop your questions down below. I've got it up on my phone, so you know I can kind of poke back and forth. But I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thank you. I'm honored, actually. I'm honored that you have me here and talking to you today.
Absolutely. I am here with, for those of you who do not know, the amazing Terrell Salley-Hollliman. Terrell is a holistic nutrition coach, and she's a member of my Selling from Your Soul Abundance Academy.
Yes.
And we met a few months back when I ran my last 5-day challenge. Some of you are partaking in my current 5-day challenge right now. Let me know down below if you have been a part of that with me. And I have to be honest, Terrell, I've never even told you this, but I feel like it was love at first sight. I instantly felt connected to this woman.
I know, wasn't it? Oh my
God. She just has this vibrant, beautiful energy. For those of you who know her, and for those of you who don't, you will see. And we share a similar story and struggle around balancing work and being successful entrepreneurs, and then also the other elements of our life, our health, our relationships. And both of us have gone through some meaningful health challenges as a result and overcome them, beat the odds. And I'm going to let her tell her story. But I just really felt like this instant connection, and I wanted to have her on because she's helping so many women entrepreneurs find that work-life balance with what she calls the Wonder Woman energy. And we're going to dive into this important topic. And Terrell's also going to share with us a little bit about her journey in the academy as well, and some some great things that she has that are open and available to you right now, resources, and her boot camp that just opened the doors, which we're celebrating. And I see Julie just popped on. Hello, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hello, Julie.
Yes, hi,
We get to hang out in the Abundance Academy every week with these ladies, and we're just so blessed. So if you're joining us, let us know down below where you're coming in from. And if you have questions, as we go, pop those down into the comments as well. So many of you know that I opened enrollment for my Abundance Academy this week, and I'll back up for a second. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sievewright. I'm a spiritual business coach, a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and I'm also the founder of the Selling from Your Soul Abundance Academy. And like I said, many of you know I opened enrollment this week with some pretty sweet bonuses. And I created Selling from Your Soul for healers, coaches, and heart-based entrepreneurs to learn how to sell their services and products in a way that's not only authentic, but aligned with their soul's mission right now. Okay. And I see so many women entrepreneurs feeling like they have to use this strategy or they have to do this, implement this way of doing things as it relates to building their business or the sales process or marketing or whatever it is. And I created the program to really help women get in alignment with doing it in a way that feels good for them and highlights their own unique talents, passions, and purpose. And so when I first met Terrell in the 5-day challenge, and then she enrolled, I think, on day 4 or so of the challenge. She had created the structures of her business, okay, but something didn't quite feel right. And she was helping women with chronic pain and weight loss. And I know those are both journeys that she knows a lot about personally and professionally. I think even Terrell, you released about 100 pounds at one point, right?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
And so, but that wasn't exciting to her anymore. And so when she first came to me, she just knew, like, I've put in all the work, I've spent the time and the money and investment and all of those things, but this isn't I'm not feeling like motivated to build this business. And so after a lot of soul searching in the program, she discovered what her life purpose messages were and how to design her business from her passions. And I supported her, and the ladies in the academy supported her as she went through this process of pivoting her focus, her offers, her marketing, and now she's calling in those soulmate clients. So today, Terrell specializes in helping ambitious, driven, badass women. Yeah, I'm talking to all of you out there, right?
That's right.
Working as entrepreneurs, professionals, and business owners. To find balance with work and life without sacrificing their well-being. Okay. So I really thought that having her on would be a game changer for you guys, because I know so many of you struggle with this. I know I've struggled with this in my business. So Terrell, maybe you can just start us off by telling us a little bit about your story and how you came to be a holistic nutrition coach. Like, tell us, what were you doing before and what did life look like? What led you to want to help people?
I'll do the fast track on that one, because you guys
do the fast track. Yeah, do the cliff notes, because I know it's a long
the cliff notes, right?
Yes.
Well, like Allie has shared with everyone, is that I found out that I had an autoimmune condition called lupus, and having that alone is a challenge for any woman, I believe. But put that with the fact that you have kids, you have a husband, and you're running a business, and I was working and I had a business at the same time. So what happened for me is that I knew I had to do something different. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here with you guys today. And I'm literally saying that to you.
Yeah.
So what I found during my lifetime in this process of getting to where I'm at now to become a holistic health coach is that I had to transform myself first. Okay. No one could do that for you. I had to transform myself first. And going to doctors was not the answer for me anymore because they really didn't have the solution. I had to find out for myself. So I did a lot of research, a lot of digging, a lot of working on me with different things and just to see what would work for my body so that I can find that balance in terms of my health because I feel your health is what you have. That's the only thing you can really um, focus on is your health because when you have health, everybody else is happy when you're healthy. Believe me when I tell you, because when I was not healthy, I was irritable, I was moody, I was short tempered. I didn't really take care of my kids the way I wanted to take care of them. My husband had to fill in for that. And it's just surmounting. And I'm sure a lot of women can, even if you didn't have a health challenge, you can still deal with the fact of just, kind of trying to handle all of that. So the first thing was I had to take care of me in terms of my health in order for me to step up. And I started working for Weight Watchers about 8 years ago because
Mhm.
I transformed my health, started working with them to help other men and women. And I loved what I did. I
Yeah.
really loved helping people see that transformation and they feel really good about themselves. And I said, you know what? If I'm working for them, I might as well work for myself.
Yeah,
So I went
totally.
for my certification and I started my own. I thought it was just the
Yeah.
easiest way to do it. That's what happened.
Well, and I think that what
And
you're saying is so relatable to so many people because, like you said, even if you don't have a meaningful health challenge like that, like I know for me, my meaningful health challenge was also an
yeah,
autoimmune fibromyalgia. And
right.
part of the reason why I related to your story, and maybe you can dig into this a little bit more, was that it was the lack of balance between um, working and putting in all the hours and all the stress around wanting to be the successful entrepreneur, or in your case, I don't think you were an entrepreneur quite yet, right? Were you
No,
were
I was working a full-time job. I was actually working for a major CPA firm
okay,
for
right,
50 hour, 70-hour work and
right,
building a network marketing company at the same
okay.
time.
Okay. So you were, working the 50, 70 hours a week in your day job. And then you had the network
Right,
marketing thing on the side. And then
right.
everything else fell to the wayside. And I think, and let me know
Absolutely.
below if you can relate to that on this live where you want to grow your business whatever that looks like for you. It might be network marketing, it might be corporate America, it might be your own business, whatever, but you so badly want to do that, but you don't know how to do that without neglecting or sacrificing the other areas of your
Mhm.
life. And that's how I relate to your story because I was in the same boat and then also became like disabled and couldn't function because your body eventually just says enough. And in
Absolutely.
retrospect, did you have kind of some early signs that something was not right? Like, were you feeling tired? Was your body starting to ache?
Well, for me, with this one, I don't know about what you had with because I'm not too familiar with
Yeah, but for you,
fibromyalgia, but I know in terms of lupus, I was constantly fatigued. I was always falling asleep at work.
yeah,
I know that's terrible, but I was. I was falling asleep
yeah,
at work,
yeah. No,
and I was,
I relate.
and then you hear what I'm saying, right? And then I would get all
Yes.
these pains in my body. I have all these pains in my
Uh-huh.
body, and then I wasn't eating right. I had no time to really have a great meal because of my schedule. You think about it, I'm working 7 a.m. to probably like 9 o'clock at night, and then we're rushing off to a meeting, or
Right.
helping somebody on a team or something like that. So when am I really getting rest? You're not sleeping, you're not eating, and the body just said, "Well, you know what? I'm just
That's
going to
not
shut
gonna
down."
work. That's not gonna work.
That's not going to work for me.
Well, and so much, so many times as women, we have a really hard time finding that balance between all the different moving parts because we play so many roles. We
Yes.
play the roles for our kids and our parents and our friends, and, everybody's kind of pulling and tugging and taking care of our own well being, physical, emotional, spiritual, does often fall
Yes.
by the wayside. But that's kind of the vicious cycle and the catch-22 that I know that you and I have talked about, because when you're
Right.
not taking care, then you're not showing up as the mom that you want to be. You're not showing up as the
Yep.
partner that you want to be. So it's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? You want to
Chicken or
be
the egg,
great,
right?
role model or whatever, but then you're giving, and then it all falls apart. So, um, and I think that a lot of entrepreneurial women really struggle with not knowing how to manage all the things, right? So,
Right.
what would you say? What do you think is the missing link for entrepreneurs that keeps them from being successful at work and also happy, energized, and fulfilled at home? Like, what have you found to be the solution
Mm.
for you, the game changer for you? That has, because
The
I know
game
that
changer.
you're in a whole nother place now, and maybe we'll just back up there for a second. Like, talk to everybody about what it looks like for you now. How are you living now?
Oh, now it's so different. Now it's so different. Looking and reflecting back, now I actually take time to do things. I have a morning ritual. I say ritual, not routine, morning ritual that I wake up on. And I have 5 steps for that. I make sure I take time for that. And then I schedule my day how I want to have my day.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, the kids will still come on because my kids are grown now, but they still in my life, so they still do stuff and
Yeah.
everything. And my husband's home now because of everything that's going on. So now I have to balance that in there too. So we've been working on that. But I feel when you were talking about that missing link with women, we're naturally nurturers, right? We can all agree on that. We naturally
Yeah.
nurture, we naturally support. Um, but I feel a lot of women feel it's being selfish
Yeah.
to take self care for them. It's being almost like, oh, a wallflower, you're not, oh, there's no way I can do that. How could I possibly take time for myself?
Mhm.
But time is of the essence because you don't get time back. Okay, that's
Totally.
one thing that's going to leave and keep going. So that's the missing link in terms of time and your health. When you take time to keep your health together,
Right.
you will be a nicer person, right? You'll be a lot more in tune to what you need to do. And also being able to create those boundaries now. I'm able to create those boundaries in terms of my health, in terms of my business, in terms of what I need to do, because you can say no. You're allowed to say no. I give you permission, ladies. It's
Yes, you
okay to say
can.
no.
Yes, you can.
A lot of us feel we have to people please people, and that is not the case. Okay. We as women, our bodies are different than the men. So we have to take more time with ourselves to keep ourselves together. Okay. Because I know some of us in here are probably dealing with the hormonal stuff going on too, right? We
Mhm.
all can agree on
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
part of it too.
That's part of it too. And
That's part of it too.
we know that stress and putting physical
Stress
and
is the
emotion, physical stress on our body, but emotional stress, not
mhm.
eating causes stress. And
Not
then
eating
that
right.
triggers
That's
all the
right.
hormonal issues too. So,
Exactly.
so,
Put
but
that
what
all
is,
together, stress, exhaustion, and fatigue right
yeah,
there.
yeah. But so tell me what the impact of putting the boundaries in have been and having the ritual. Like, what is your energy like? How has it impacted your relationship with your husband? I know that you and I have talked about this as well. Because when you're not feeling good about yourself and you're exhausted at the end of the day and you're drained and you're burnt out and you're rushing around, like the last thing that you want to do is connect with anybody, right? The weight starts
Absolutely.
packing on because you're not eating
Mhm.
healthy, you're not feeling comfortable in your body, and then your relationships suffer. So, and I know
Yeah.
that you've talked about that a lot. So
Yeah.
what does that look like for you now? How
Oh,
is your
it's
energy,
so
how
different.
has it impacted you?
So different. So different. Well, I'll back up a little bit. When I was going through I was going through by having no balance, being stressed out, being completely fatigued and exhausted. Like you said, the stress put on the fact that I started eating. I wasn't eating right anyway. So I gained all these pounds. I gained like 97 pounds. So my body looked totally different than what you see right now. Okay, that's
Mhm.
the first thing. Okay. And then when that happens to women, when our weight change, we start feeling a little bit different about ourselves. I know that happened for me. I don't know about anybody else. I started feeling different about myself, and that can create that disconnect in your relationship, especially with your spouse. Even though they might say, baby, you look good to me, it doesn't matter. You know darn well how you feel in your body, right? So
Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, I think I need to change something eventually. But and there was a lot of strife there. It was like, I was snapping at him all the time, little stuff like, why didn't you put the dishes away? Or, why didn't you take care of the baby? I'm coming in late, stuff like that, because I
Yeah.
wasn't happy with Terrell. I was not happy,
Totally.
and
Yeah.
stress
Who can relate to
kills
that on the
people if we
live?
don't take care of it. Oh yeah, exactly. Stress kills us if we don't take care of it. A lot of times women keep that inside. They won't say anything,
Yeah.
and they won't talk about it. And we need to talk about it
Absolutely.
and do something about it, right? So
Right.
now, fast forward 20 years now, right? About 20 years, I guess, 25 years maybe. It's totally different. I
Yeah.
took care of that. I found ways to eat better. I found ways to create time to get the body moving. I found ways to keep my mind in that mindfulness space and that creativity space so that I can be more
Mm.
vibrant, more energetic. My husband and I, when we're together, nobody realized how long we've been married, first of all, because the way we look, and then the way we play with each other.
Yeah.
He'll come and tap me on the backside,
I
when
know
I'm
you guys are
downstairs.
adorable. You're so cute. You certainly
We
don't
take
look
our
drained
walks
and
together.
exhausted and burnt out and like you're yelling
We
at each
don't
other.
look at all.
It's not all shits and giggles all the time,
Feel good
obviously.
about me,
But
right?
when you are feeling good in your body, when you are energized and you have even more energy to give, because when you have
Mm-hmm.
no energy yourself, you
Mm-hmm.
certainly don't have
That's right.
energy to give anybody, right? And then it's like,
Nobody.
what is this all for? We talk a lot about in the Selling from Your Soul Abundance Academy, like building our business to support the kind of life that we want, right? And looking at it really from a holistic perspective, because what are we doing this for if it's not going to support the kind of life that we want, the relationships that we want, the health and vitality that we want, right? And so hustling
Exactly.
and
And the
struggling in
bustling.
your business and neglecting the other aspects of yourself doesn't give you that true quality of life. Um,
Exactly.
and so I know that you open doors for your Wonder Woman
Oh.
Energy Boot Camp, and I'd love to hear like the background where that came from, because I know your whole thing is about Wonder Woman energy. But tell us a little bit about what the boot camp is, what inspired you to create this container, and what's this Wonder Woman energy thing? Because I think I'd like some of that.
Well, first, the idea came because I am a big Disney Marvel fan, first of all, and I love characters that inspire us to be even more than what we can be. So when I saw Wonder Woman, I said, I would love a group of women who would fall into that same like mind. She's beautiful, she has brains, she's brawny, and she has a woman of strength, and she's healthy too, right? So that's where I picked that up because I figured there's going to be women that come into my group that might not feel that way, but I want them to be inspired to get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, because just like we were just talking about, a lot of us are stressed out, and we don't realize how many unique gifts we have
Yeah.
and talents that we have to give to other people and stuff like that. So that's where I came up with Wonder Woman. And then when I thought about the container for this 4-week program that that's launching on the 30th, guys, it's launching on the 30th. The doors are open
Well,
now,
stores are
but
open
this container
today, but it's starting on the
today, right? Yeah,
You're
today.
like, let me
Yeah,
get
the day
in
today.
today,
Get in
right? You've got a
today.
pretty sweet early bird thing happening, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I have
Okay.
early bird pricing, and I
Yeah.
have bonuses for the first 5 women that come in also too.
Okay.
So um, the container is set up for the next 4 weeks, where I have actually women going through this program so that you have the ability to learn what works for you in terms of nutrition, in terms of the foods that we need to eat, in terms of your body being able to move and get that mindset together with all of the physical stuff that we need for our bodies to transport us to be vibrant and to have that energy and to feel good about yourself, because
Yeah.
it starts with you. It starts with you and feeling good with you. When you feel good, you can give to other people. You can give to your clients, you can give to your spouse, you can give to your kids. And the whole world just feels good when we women feel good. Believe
And
me
it's
when I
just
say.
so needed right now, more than ever. It is so needed right
Yeah,
now.
especially in the
People
world.
are just like, they're just in a place
Ugh.
where they're exhausted and there's a lot of stress. And I know that because I've seen it, what you've created is pretty special. Pretty special
Yes.
for these women, especially the women who are getting in on early bird pricing. So, where can they connect with you in general? What's the
Okay.
name of your Facebook group? Where can they connect with you to learn more about the boot camp?
Okay. The name of my Facebook group is Wonder Woman Tribe Women Inspiring Balance. I'll say that again. Wonder Woman Tribe, Women Inspiring Balance. My Instagram is Terrell, which is Terrell. What's that called? Dash, not the
And
dash,
it's the
the
underscore.
underline,
Yeah,
underscore,
the underscore.
LLY. Yeah, LLYW, which stands for my company.
And you can leave the links in the comments below so that
Oh,
people can
yeah, I
see
can do
that.
that too. I
So
can do
we'll
that
do
too. I
that.
can do that.
And you can even and you can leave the link below also to learn more about the boot camp. So people can connect with you. Terrell does a great job in her Facebook group. She goes live a lot. Just very, very helpful, vibrant energy. That's it's just really helpful. So um
Especially now.
especially
Especially
now.
now. We need all the love we can get.
Exactly. So, Terrell, I want to shift gears just a little bit for a moment. You
Okay.
have been a member of my Selling from Your Soul Abundance Academy.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of a tongue twister.
I
Um,
know it is.
from the beginning, sometimes I just call it the Abundance Academy. Um,
Yeah, you can do that.
yeah, and you're getting close to graduation days. It's a couple weeks. um,
I'm
but
glad to see it.
like I mentioned, Terrell had come to into my program with a business structure, but realized that, it wasn't the direction she wanted to go into. So can you tell us a little bit about what shifted for you in the academy? Kind of from where you were coming in, how you were feeling about your business, to like where you are now. What has shifted for you?
Um, okay, when I came to Academy, well, first, let's back up, like you said, let's back up. I built my program. I have an online signature program. And after it was done, I was happy it was done. Everything was online, everything looked good. However, I was like, something is missing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I was just totally stuck. I didn't feel inspired to
Yeah.
write content. I didn't feel inspired to reach out to these women. I actually, Allie, I don't know if I ever told you this. I was actually afraid to talk to these women. There were so many coming in, and I was just hearing stories like, oh, my brother just died, and I know I have heart issues. Can you help me? Oh, I have COPD. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for all of this. This
Well,
sounds like a doctor stuff for me.
well,
you know?
I remember when we really started to get in there and started to really take a look at
Mm,
who you were attracting into your world, and the way that we attract people into our world is really through our messaging. And so the message
right.
that you had, the positioning of what it was that you were doing, the types of content that you were putting out there was really calling in a certain type of person who was out of your scope, and not only out of your scope, but just not who, it just wasn't the right type of person for what you wanted to
Mhm.
do. So we had to really take a step back. And a lot of times people don't do this step, but this groundwork is so important, because before you can just kind of choose a niche and decide what you want to do, like you have to know your own self, your own story, your own life messages, and what inspires you and what story you
Right.
want to tell in this moment. And even though you have a really powerful story around chronic pain and weight loss and all of that, that was an older story that you had been telling,
Right.
but you had now a newer story that you wanted to tell. And so you had to do that groundwork first in order for us to even create those marketing messages to bring those
Absolutely.
people in.
And then on top of that, Allie, you think about it. The messaging I had, what was the name of my group? Breathe that pain. Pain draws in pain, right? I learned that from you. We mirror and attract what we're saying. So
Totally.
that's what I got. And
Yeah.
it totally overwhelmed me. And when I came into the academy, we literally had to start from zero. But I knew meeting Allie, there was something spiritual there. And then I don't know if you shared that earlier with everybody, that you're also an energy healer with your crystals. And I'm kind of into that stuff too, the spiritual side on that too.
Yeah.
So I found that connection with Allie and I said, this woman could really help me. She could really step me to the next level if I listen, implement what she says, and keep going. And I also like the fact, we have these accountability calls on Fridays, which is awesome. I believe we are such a great container of women that really uplift each other and generally want to see each other succeed. And I know for myself, I make sure that I'm on every call. I make sure that I'm there, present, ready to receive, and ready to let anything happen. Because I think the last one we had, not this one, before, I was crying in tears
Oh,
because of
right. We
stuff
were
that was going on.
all, it's like every
We were
other,
all there, but it was
every,
good tears. It was good tears,
third
guys.
call, it's a crying fest. No, because you know why? Because when we get on these calls, we're looking at your business in a holistic way. And so it's about the
Right.
strategy and the structure and um, the marketing and all that good stuff too. But we can't take our own emotions and humanness out of our business.
Right.
Our business is an
Exactly.
extension of us. And so sometimes things come up that are in our personal life, but that are impacting our business. And we have to look at those things. And yeah, I know
Exactly.
that's been a really special thing. So what do you feel like has shifted for you since the beginning till now, how you're feeling
Oh
about the direction
gosh.
you're going in
Oh my
and what
gosh.
you created?
I have to say, I thank the universe for meeting you. I thank the universe that you decided to go against the grain from your family and you do what you're doing in your life, because we would have never met. First of all, we would have never met.
Yeah.
And then that's just to show you how important things happen for a reason. The good in your life happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Because where I was at months ago, I wouldn't have went any further with that. I can tell you that. I would have been like, well, I'm done. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't seem to figure this out.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when I started in your group and we went to the ground rope and actually looked at the messages that I wanted to bring to everyone and the stuff that I've gone through in my life, I knew my message is to let women know. My mission is to let you know that you can do this. You can balance your life. You can do it through health. Starts with you starting here at the core of your body. This is what it is. It's the Trinity, body, mind, and spirit. Those are the three things that I, talk about in my program. So I knew with coming into your program that definitely elevated me so that I can go and share my message to
Yeah.
other women that need my help, and I will find my soulmate clients too, because we wrote that down too. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. Me
So
too.
different. It's so different now. Thank God. Thank God. So
Good.
different. So
Okay.
different.
Totally. Totally. And it's been
Yeah.
amazing to watch you to just like grow and transform and, just go through that process of finding your, inner spark and confidence to go out there and, and to push through and to lean on the coaching and the support and the accountability when, there were times where you didn't know if you
Mhm.
wanted to go out there, or what am I going to
Exactly.
say, or whatever, that kind of thing. So that's just been a pleasure from my standpoint to see you blossom. And I know that you've been an entrepreneur for a very long time in different sectors of business, and you've taken a lot of
Yes, I
different
have.
courses and programs and worked with coaches and had a lot of training. What would you say to anybody who's watching? What would you say that you think makes the academy different than kind of your traditional
Uh, I would say
business
it's because of
program?
you, Allie, because you're different.
Well,
You're unique. You're yourself.
okay. Okay, but what okay, what about me or the program?
Okay, what
What
about you?
about what about the container is different and that that you have found to be beneficial?
I would say that we're able to really work on ourselves, to find that higher self of ourselves in terms of what you bring to the table, whatever that gift you have, because all of us in the container are different. We all
Right.
have different unique gifts, and you were able to tap into that and realize and promote us to say, hey, go with what feels right for you. Don't go by what everybody else is telling you. And that's what I felt in my last program. I felt obligated because I went through the chronic pain and because, I lost all this weight. I got to help everybody do that. No, that's not what Terrell was here to be called to do. Okay.
Right.
So I found for myself my calling.
Yeah.
And I know there are women out there that I will be helping so they can come in transformation to know, hey, this is what I need. I need that self care. I need to take care of my health. I need for my spirit and mind to be aligned with all of that. And Terrell is here to help you do that.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you brought that up too, because so many times people come to me and they've built the structures of their business around what they've done in the past or who they feel they're supposed to be helping just because of their past or because of their story. Even if that's not maybe what they are totally lit up about,
Mhm.
there's a lot of people pleasing and things that we go through in the academy, like seeing where we're showing up out of like expectation or obligation, or
Right, exactly.
even where are we holding on to like certain identities that we have for ourselves about who we are or who we think we are. And
Mhm.
it gives you that space to like just explore. If I'm not feeling in alignment with that, like, well, who do I want to be? And what do I want to
Right.
create from desire when I take all those obligations and expectations and shoulds out of the mix?
Yep.
I just tap into, like you said, your highest self.
Right.
So thank you for bringing that up because I think that that's really important. And I think it's really disempowering when, coaches or programs, because I see this a lot, sort of tell you what you should be doing rather than empowering you to go through that self discovery process so that you're
Mhm.
coming from an empowered place when you go to build your business.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. And it happens a lot. Like you said, it happens a lot. And a
yeah,
lot of people just don't realize it until they're actually in it. And they're like, oh
right,
my gosh, this is not what I want to do.
right.
And
And
you
like,
spent all this
and sometimes we assume that the expert knows more than we know in terms of what we should be doing. And while as your coach and mentor, I'm there to like give you the good structure and framework around building a sustainable business and giving my kind of guidance based on what I've learned and accumulated over the last 21 years. I'm never going to say like it's my way or the highway. I'm going to teach you how to
absolutely.
tap in to your own inner wisdom and divine guidance within, kind of giving you that still structure and strategy and framework and path. But then allowing you then to have that flexibility to make it yours.
Right. And that's important because, I also felt with this program that even more of my authentic self was able to be recognized.
Yeah.
This is Terrell. This is who Terrell is. And
Yeah.
either people are going to jam with me or they're not,
Totally.
So I was able to be myself. I was able to know, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how we're going to structure it up. And now just go out and implement it, and we had
Yeah.
the space to do that in this container. And I feel that anyone that joins is going to be well rewarded tenfold, maybe even 100-fold by the time they finish, because it's the best investment they can make
Aw,
over time in the long
thank you.
run.
Thank you, honey. Do you have any bits of advice or something to say to anybody who may be out there sitting on the fence, wondering, should I go in this direction? Should I go in that? Like, should I spend the money? Like, is this the right? Do you have anything that
Um,
you might say to somebody
I would
who's kind of
say
sitting on the fence?
I'm just going to share my story because maybe that'll help. That's the only thing I'd say. When I went through the 5-day challenge, which I'm sure you have a lot of people already in there, I felt it. You have to go by your intuition. And that's what my Nana always says. You go by your guts, ladies.
Yep.
Go by your guts because it always tells you right. If you feel it, the vibe is there, figure out the finances to invest in it because you're going to benefit in the long run. And Allie gives you much more value than I even think what she's charging all of us now. But because she does it from her heart, she really wants our heart-based entrepreneurs to succeed, and you can see it, you can feel it. Like I said, our accountability calls all the time, we always feeling it, right? I mean, people are genuinely sharing what's coming up and what they're dealing with and how we can overcome as a group. And we all kind of band together to help each other, even, with me, right? With stuff that was going on, I think with some technical stuff, people pitched in and helped me out. I was like, wow,
Amazing.
but it's amazing. It's just the next step level up, I believe. Next step level up. If you're feeling doubtful that the programs you went in before is not giving you what you need, jump on in. See for yourself. See if I'm lying.
Yeah.
You may
I
not
love
know.
that. I love that. Let's see. Julie says, let's see, the support that you give and your ability and able to see people and create an environment that elevates everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you, Julie. Jamie says, Terrell,
thanks.
I was honored to share this time with you, and I'm excited to see what comes next for you and for all of us. Yes, you are speaking the truth about the Academy. It changed my life. Yeah, it's a sisterhood, and it's been a blessing and an honor to be a guide on your journey, to be in this with you. Your message is so powerful, so impactful, and so important. So many women need this, and I'm just thrilled that you have this boot camp for people to just really experience this energy transformation, and just really, it's pretty awesome. So if you're watching, I encourage you to for sure go follow Terrell. She's gonna put her Instagram link down below, as well as the link for her group and her boot camp. And then if you have any questions, you can feel free to message her or drop them down below or whatever, and we'll make sure to get you that information. And I know
Yes.
you're so busy. You're right in the middle of this launch. And so I don't want to take up any more of your time because I value your time and our audience's time. But I just want to thank you again. So much gratitude, my friend. Love
So much
you.
gratitude here.
Love you so much.
Love you. My
And
boo. My boo.
you are my boo. And you are my boo. All right, girl. We'll see you in the Academy.
All right. Take care. You guys have a great night.
Take care.